Hey everybody, this is Jason Richardson. Thanks a lot for tuning in. This is episode 5, Hearts on Fire. As you can see, I have a guest today. This is my wife, Kalina Richardson.
Yeah.
She normally does the editing and producing of everything. She also is into fitness. And we're going to start incorporating her on this side of the camera a little bit more for the ladies. Today's episode is about lower body, training the lower body. In the first episode, we'll be doing squats, inner thighs, hamstrings. We'll be hitting everything in that first video. So, I wanted to give some information about training your lower body for the guys and for the girls. So here's the thing. Guys, number one, I see a lot of guys that always squat, right, which is good. And a lot of guys do a lot of leg extensions, which is good. Hamstring work, great. What they do not do a lot is the inner thigh muscle. Here's the thing. Here's a little trick. In bodybuilding, that inner thigh muscle is 1/3 of the size of the quad. So if you want really big legs, don't neglect that muscle. Your squats alone will not just, it'll hit it, but it won't hit it directly. So the guys that, they see the girl, what we call the girl machine, right? So the girls doing the inner thigh muscle to death, right? Well, they were right. That really builds up really nice inside there, okay? So guys should be doing that too. So you guys, make sure you hit the inner thigh machine too. Who cares what other people think? It's your physique. We're building physiques here. So, now, basics for females. A lot of girls always want to build the booty, right, Kalina?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
Right. So, the best way to build a booty, what would you say is the very best way to build your butt, to firm up your butt, to bring your butt higher? You get a little bit older, that butt starts to sag a little bit, okay? We don't want that, right? What we do want, though, is if you follow my series and you drop them carbs, you start dropping weight, you want to drop that butt. You still want the butt to be, so what are you going to do? You got to build that muscle underneath the fat, okay? So you still got good shape there. So what do you think? Deep squats?
I do deep squats, moderate reps, like 10 to 15 reps. So you don't want it to go under that.
So here's the thing. What she's trying to say is, Kalina's not a power lifter. Guess what? I'm not a power lifter either. So here's the thing. Nothing against power lifters. I love watching it. I love watching feats of strength, I should say. That's impressive. If you want to build your legs to their maximum, you can't just lift heavy for 1 or 5 reps. Even the great Ronnie Coleman, who was probably the strongest bodybuilder that's ever lived, at least the strongest champion bodybuilder that's ever lived, even said years later, after he was out of the limelight, that when he was squatting 800 pounds, because he did a little bit of powerlifting as well on the side, that mostly it was just for that shoot or the camera that day. That in reality, most of his training with squats was with 405 and 500 pounds for reps. Now that's a hell of a lot of weight for me for reps, but it's not for Ronnie Coleman. Okay, so that kind of translates to the rest of us. He had some of the freakiest, biggest legs ever. He could do the heavy weight, and there is a time to train heavy, okay? I'm not saying don't train heavy, but just my opinion. I've been doing this, I've been in a gym now for 27 years. So, with 27 years, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. If you go heavy all the time, what's going to happen, Kalina?
You start losing the form, and so you want good form, so you don't want to get injured.
That's a good point. And also, you're going to get hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
One day you're going to slip on a banana peel because you're trying to be the strongest guy in the gym. And I see this all the time. Guys will stack as much as they can on a bench, and then they arch and everything else, right? Same thing for squats. All of a sudden, their squats ain't as deep. They're trying to do as much. They want to put there's something about 500 pounds. By the way, 5 plates, 495, whatever. That's the magical thing. Guys want to load that on the bar, the squat bar, and they want to squat 500 in front of everybody and yell and scream and everything like that. If you can't take it down, though, all the way, I'm old school. Then it don't count. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Let's bring this kind of together here. If you're going to squat, do moderate to heavy weight and do reps that burn. Burn your quads, burn your glutes. So how far down should I squat, Kalina?
You need to go beyond parallel. So
Beyond parallel.
bring your butt to your calves.
Not parallel. So, big myth. When I was a teenager and I played football and I went on, and did some things like that, they always said, the football coaches, they always said, squat to parallel. Well, that's to try to get as much weight on your legs as humanly possible. Parallel's like the barrier, okay, that is acceptable, okay, to lift heavy and then move it up. So it's more for force. And, for a football, it's not a bad idea at all. Now, to build your legs, to have unbelievably great legs, glutes for the ladies, you go below parallel. So what's going to happen when you go below parallel?
You target your glute muscles.
And you're not going to lift as heavy, right?
Right.
Because you can't get as much weight going that low.
No, you can't.
You cannot go as you can't get as much. It is what it is. Because it's harder. You're going, in my eyes, you're going 8 to 12 inches farther down. So the farther down you go, the harder it is to push that back up. So what am I saying? Don't ego lift. If you're in this to change your physique, okay, which I still am, I've been doing this forever, and I still am fighting the time, and Father Time, you know what I'm saying? I'm still fighting it, and I'm putting up a pretty damn good fight. So you might want to listen to me, okay? I'm getting up there in age, but we won't reveal that. But I've been doing this a long time. And my point being, 27 years, right? How are you going to be in the gym in 27 more years? You got to know the correct form, and you got to know when you're feeling great, go a little heavier. But don't do it every time. You will slip on a banana peel one day, and then your career's over. So if you want to be in this for 27 years, 30 years, hey, I hope we all do this for 50 years until we die and go to heaven. Right? That's the goal. Do this until we die. Well, you got to know when to hold them and fold them. And going heavy all the time, by the way, is a bad idea. Because just like that, it can end everything for you. Now you're laid up for 6 months, 8 months, and who knows if you'll ever be the same once you start getting cut on. They start putting things inside you, pens and stuff like that. You don't want that. Now, do want to address this really quick. If you have a knee injury, going below parallel is probably not a good idea for you. Okay? So I don't want to give information out there and get somebody hurt. Even if you lift a little bit lighter, when you go below parallel, you go as deep as you can. So what am I saying real quick? What is deep, Jason? Hey, deep is deep. The booty needs to touch the calves, or as close as you can. So as far down as you can go, the better. The farther the better. That's going to stretch the glute muscle for the ladies. The more you stretch and tear that glute muscle, the more it builds. Just like any other muscle. Okay? So I don't want you, if you have a knee injury, to do that. Okay? I'm not talking to you if you have a knee injury. I want you to go parallel if you have a knee injury. So, if you want to increase the booty, right? And you want to be fit, you don't want to lose weight, and all of a sudden, I ain't got no shape, I'm like a walking stick. Okay? Get them deep squats in. Inner thigh is great for guys and girls. Now, Kalina does a couple things that I don't do. I probably should do them. I'm guilty of this. Is these, what is it called, kickbacks?
I do kickbacks, yeah.
Kickbacks. So this is something where there's different apparatuses in each gym. On our first video, she's doing these kickbacks on a cable, low cable pulley. Mm-hmm. And it's where you stiffen your leg and you're moving the leg backwards, not forward, backward, hitting the glutes. Now, some of you advanced people are listening to this, they're laughing, of course. You know what it is. But not everybody that watches this knows those exercises. So we want to be able to hit everybody when we talk about this. So some of this is going to be elementary to some people, and some people may learn some things. So we did 2 videos, as I always do. She's in both. It's exciting for her. It's exciting for me, And who wouldn't want a good-looking woman, beside them, filming, I'm always up in front of the camera. So this is pretty cool for both of us. Mm-hmm. The first video is in the gym, and it's all lower body. It's all leg work. And you'll see Kalina doing some specific things that are a little bit more specific for females. Now, I do want to make a small joke here, but in a way I'm being serious. I heard this thing the last 2 years about women want to lose weight and they want a thigh gap. Listen, you're watching the wrong channel. I don't want to see a thigh gap. If you got a thigh gap, you're a bag of bones. You know what I'm saying? Real men, of course I'm joking, all men, they have different preferences, of course. But here's the thing, most men don't want no thigh gap, ladies. Most men want a woman that's shapely. So when you're trying to get your abs in, or you're trying to just lose weight, whatever it is your goal is for you, you're going to inevitably lose size off your quads, your butt, everywhere, as well as your stomach. Mm-hmm. So how do you prevent the good shape, your butt and your inner thighs? You don't want those to disappear. You don't want a big thigh gap, because now you look like a stick. You lost all that weight, you look like a bag of bones. For me, I was never attracted to women that look like 90s runway models they look like they're on crack to me. Of course, it's a joke. Sorry if I offend anybody, if you're naturally that way. Hey, sorry about that. But that's just my preference, okay? So most of us guys, we don't want that big thigh gap. We want a lady that's toned, or a lady that's nice flat stomach. That's beautiful. But we still want a shape, okay? So no skinny girls allowed here, all right? So the way when you lose that weight to keep the shape, because I see a lot of girls in bikini, a lot of girls in figure as well, and they start losing weight, and they start losing some shape. So we don't want that. So make sure you train these muscles properly. Lower body, if you really want to build it up, there's an old myth that says you train it hard once a week and give it 6 days to repair and rest. I believe that is true with some people, but my advice would be train it twice a week. Twice a week?
Twice a week.
If you want to make it grow. Okay? So that almost pertains to any muscle. It's not exclusive to the lower body. So if I have a lagging chest, I want to train it twice a week. If I have lagging arms, I want to train it twice a week. So what you would do, real quickly, you will want to spread that out. Say if you train legs on Monday, Thursday, you could hit them again. Okay? So a little bit of time there to recover. So now what I would recommend, if you hit legs twice a week to get the maximum growth, if you're going to lift heavy, which some of you girls and some of you guys love to do, okay? And you're not going to listen to a damn thing I say about training too heavy. So, no problem. You would want to get your heavy work in on Monday. All right? Thursday, make it high reps. High reps. 15. Hey, don't be scared to go to 30. And really burn the muscle. This is going to force the body to grow. This is going to absolutely force it to grow. Now, if you're training once a week, and you put a gun to my head, and you say, Jason, you got to choose. You got to choose. I'm going to say, hey, don't train extremely heavy. Train where 10. When you rep number 10, that's heavy to you, and you're barely getting 10 to 15. That would be the perfect scenario, I believe. I'm going to call out a number. I'm going to say 70%. Most people will respond well to that. There is people that just touch a weight, whether it's heavy or light, and they grow. This don't apply to them, And then there is guys in powerlifting that do have some pretty good physiques, absolutely. And I would argue if they changed their training a little bit, they would even be better. But it's neither here nor there. It's just an opinion. And as always, if you don't agree with me, it's okay. The world makes up different people and different opinions, and this is just mine. Like I said, I've been doing this now for quite a long time, and I'm still in the game as of right now. Thank God. Okay? So I've learned how to train pretty heavy without really getting hurt. That's the whole key. So you girls, Same thing applies to you as I'm saying to these guys. Don't go too crazy, okay? Everything in moderation. Everything is a journey, you know? When you do your show, you're at your ultimate best as far as your look, but you're also at your weakest. Do you really think it's smart to have 5% body fat, 7% body fat, or 3% body fat and go in and try to squat 500 pounds for 10 reps? No, it's not, because the muscle is going to be at a weakened state because of the low body fat. So, to wrap things up, a little lecture on training lower body. Again, it's just my opinion. We won't say this is fact, because there is people that grow from heavy weight and they aren't really the norm. You know what I'm saying? So, check those people out in 30 years though. A lot of them ain't training anymore because they got hurt. So here's the thing. Check this video out. The second video, I'm excited for you guys to see. We got access to a local football stadium, and the football team, we got access to the football team's equipment. Okay? So this was super exciting. I got excited. I was like, oh my God, we're going to make something crazy here. So on the second video that plays after the first video that's in the gym training lower body, second video is super inspirational. I hope you guys like it. I am Jason Richardson.
And I am Kalina Richardson.
All right, and we just hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't, and like it if you like it. I don't like them dislikes, but hey, look, it is the world that we're in. You do what you got to do, and I'll do what I got to do. God bless you. Either way, I hope you enjoy this video. I'll see you. 27 years in the gym. I've seen a lot of champions come and go, but I'm still standing after all these years. What will your legend be? How will the future tell your story? I encourage you to write the page that you want to be told.
Sometimes you just feel tired, feel weak. But when you feel weak, you feel like you want to just give up. But you gotta search within you. Try to find that inner strength and just pull that shit out of you. And get that motivation to not give up and not be a quitter. No matter how bad you want to just fall flat on your face and collapse. Till I collapse, I'm spilling these raps. Long as you feel them to the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop pinning them. And I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not Eminem. Subliminal thoughts when I'ma stop sending them. Women are caught in webs, spin them in hawk venom. Adrenaline shots, a penicillin could not get the illin to stop. Amoxicillin's just not real enough. The criminal cop killing hip-hop, filling a minimal swap to cop millions of pop listeners. You're coming with me, feel it or not. You're gonna fear it like I shows it. A spirit of God lives in us. You hear it a lot, lyrics the shock. Is it a miracle or am I just product of pop? Listen up, persist on my whistle. This is the plot. Listen up, you business for cops. Listen, just not give a fuck.
The roof comes off till the lights go out.
Till I collapse. That's why you see me walk around like nothing's bothering me. Even though half you people got a problem with me. You hate it, but you know respect you got to give me. The press is wet dream like Bob and your Whitney. Nate, hit me.
Till the roof comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. Am I high? Perhaps I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse, till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. Am I high? I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse.
As soon as the verse starts, I eat it at MC's heart. What is he thinking? I'm not to go against me, smart, and it's absurd how people hang on every word. I probably never get the props I feel I ever deserve, but I'll never be served. My spot is forever reserved. If I ever leave Earth, that would be the death of me first. 'Cause in my heart of hearts, I know nothing could ever be worse. That's why I'm clever when I put together every verse. My thoughts are sporadic. I act like I'm an addict. I rap like I'm addicted to smack, like I'm Kim Mathers. But I don't wanna go forth and back in constant battles. The fact is I would rather sit back than burn some rappers. So this is like a full-blown attack. I'm launching at 'em. The track is on some battle and raps who want some static. 'Cause I don't really think that the fact that I'm slim matters. The black and platinum status is whack. I'm not the baddest.
Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out.
Till I collapse.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life.
I the tiger, man. I the tiger. Come on. Come on, let's go.
You can toss them over till it's over.